Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, May 20th, 2022. Welcome to another eBay video. Today's video will be a little bit unorthodox, a little different than I usually do on a Friday night. Not only did I give you a really cool opening just now, but I'm going to dispense just this week with the normal format of reading your comments, questions, and concerns. And I'm going to jump right into main topics. There's a lot going on this week in eBay land, and we have to cover as much as we can in half an hour. The first topic I would like to discuss is eBay's new view count explained. A lot of people are concerned about this, and I want to set everybody's fears to rest, and I want to explain how it works. Let me tell you that eBay seller check-in was Thursday night, which I did attend, so I verified all this information with the powers that be. So you can take this to the bank. Previously, I'm sure a lot of you guys had listings that had very high view counts. In some cases, probably over 1,000. But if you check those exact same listings right now, they might be down to only 1 or 2. The reason is twofold. In the past, eBay counted bots as legitimate views, which they really are not. So eBay has stopped counting bot views, which means no matter what, your view count is going to be a lot lower than usual. So don't be distressed as far as that's concerned. Secondly, eBay's view count used to be historical, meaning if you listed your item for sale on January 1st and today is May 20th, all the accumulated views from that point till now would be logged on top of your listing. So you might have over 1,000 views, even though nobody bought the item. From now on, the look back will be only 30 days, meaning today's May 20th. If you list the item today, the look back will be 1 month from now till June 20th. And on June 21st, it's going to reset itself back to 0, and like that. So your view count will always be a lot less than what you've been used to. I have no problem with eBay doing this. I feel this is a truer idea of how many people are viewing your listings and not bots viewing them. So that's the first thing I wanted to clear up now. There is no reason to be nervous, all right? None whatsoever. It's just the way they're doing business now. I think that it's going to be a lot more accurate. I don't feel it's going to hurt your sales or mine in any way. In fact, it hasn't hurt mine. Okay. In the seller check-in on Thursday evening, approximately 500 of you guys attended. I recognized quite a few of you there. It was nice to see you. Basically, it was a rehash of a lot of common things that are going on right now, including the view count. They also talked more about the new eBay uplisting tool. And I'd like to ask any of you, if eBay executives or any eBay employees have reached out to you and asked for your comments, questions, and concerns about the new listing tool. They did reach out to me the other day, and I took some time and I provided screenshots of some of the things that I find to be a bit of a sore point. If you guys remember, I made a video about this a few weeks ago, and I highlighted those aspects, and I sent them to the team, and they responded and thanked me and said that they would keep me in the loop. So yeah, there's that. I don't have a problem with the new listing tool per se, but I do find some glitches in it. Like when adding pictures, sometimes it takes a while for the pictures to load. The wheel keeps spinning around. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen, and it did happen today. Also, when I'm changing the sizes or item specifics, the screen always freezes up and grays out. I don't know why it does that, but I showed you that on my video a few weeks ago as well. Now I want to talk about canceling items. This has been an ongoing topic over the last few weeks. Remember the story I told you over the last 3 weeks about a guy who wanted to buy some emblems? He sent me best offers on 2 different sizes, so I knew he was jerking me. I declined both his offers, blocked his account, then he made a fake account, 0 feedback, just to circumvent the block list, buy the emblems, and wound up returning them anyway. We talked about that. Well, I had something crazy happen this week. Several of you guys have written in, including Gary the Coin Guy, and he claims he doesn't think anybody has ever started a fake account to circumvent his block list. I've had 3 in 2 weeks, but the one this week takes the cake. Let me explain. I had a quantity listing for alloy wheel center caps. You could buy 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. I had a picture of the cap, back, front, a picture of the wheel it goes on. So a guy with about 25 feedbacks writes to me and says, I'm considering buying 4 of these. What are my assurances that all 4 of these will be equal to or in better condition than the one in your picture? Also, what is your return policy if I'm not satisfied? Now, that guy is equal to somebody standing on the corner of 42nd Street and Broadway and holding up a sign at rush hour saying, block me, all right? I blocked him. I didn't answer him. I blocked him. These are used caps that are $17 each. Not 70, 17. And when someone shows their colors like that before they make the purchase, I have found it's prudent to block them because it's only going to go downhill from there. So I blocked them, and I thought the matter was resolved. 24 hours later, I get a ka-ching on my iPhone. A brand new account with 0 feedback buys 4 of these same caps. And let me tell you something, guys. These are dogs. I can't remember the last time I sold one. They are terrible. I would literally sell them as cheap as anybody asks for, provided the person's a legit person and doesn't have a dick attitude. Okay? I knew just from this action alone it was going to be the same guy, but I double-checked the addresses. I double-checked. Both of them are registered in Redlands, California. Guys, 100%, it's the same guy. Now, given what I've just told you, if you were me, what would be your next move? You've got 2 choices. 1, box them up, ship them out, and hope for the best. Or number 2, cancel the sale. I canceled the sale. I thought about calling eBay Concierge and reporting this guy, but I know, and you know as well, they won't do a thing to the bad buyer, even though it's a cardinal violation to start a fake account to circumvent a seller's block list. You cannot do it. It's in the bylaws, okay? But I know they won't do anything. So I decided not to call Concierge. I would only call them if something came of this issue, which I don't think it will. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. In my 23-year eBay career, it happened a few times, maybe 6, if that. But now I get 3 of them in 2 weeks. What's going on? Has the Wild West returned to eBay? Your guess is as good as mine. Now, because of the eBay seller check-in on Thursday night and because of time constraints, I filmed this video in 2 parts. This is actually the second part of the video. The first part I filmed Thursday afternoon at work because I knew I wouldn't have time to get everything out that I needed to get out. So now we're going to segue to that. So keep in mind, if things don't mesh exactly the way they should, that the second part of this video was actually filmed first, okay? So just keep that in mind. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'll see you guys next week. Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, May 20th, 2022. Welcome to another eBay video. Today I'm going to be discussing the procedure of actually canceling a best offer, when you send a best offer to a buyer and he starts backpedaling and doing the eBay dance that we all know so well. We're also going to be discussing your comments, questions, and concerns, the seller check-in. But I'd like to point out first that not only is it cloudy out, but it's almost record-setting cold. Let's go inside. Let's get into it. All right, guys. First thing I want to get out of the way is my complaint about the weather. I want you to see the temperature right now in the middle of May. 59 degrees is all we can get. I don't ever remember it being this cold, a sustained cold, throughout the month of May. And what's really amazing, we have not hit 80 degrees yet this year. However, they're saying on Saturday, it's going to hit 90 for one day. One day. But next week, it's going to go back to the cool, cloudy, rainy pattern that we've been so used to for all of 2022. All right, now let's get into the eBay section of the video since I've had my piece on the weather. Oh, and by the way, you may have noticed that on Wednesday evening, I filmed a short video of the Oradell Fire Department. I hadn't planned on making that video, but I realized it was a 2-for. Not only did I catch the fire truck in action, but we had a little bit of sunshine for a few hours, and I got to show that off, and a lot of you people noticed that, so thank you. For the record, I'm filming this video out of sequence, and I'm hoping I can put it all together. Normally, I start out with the comments, questions, and concerns first. However, I haven't filmed that part yet because I had forgotten about the eBay seller check-in scheduled for Thursday night. Okay? So my original plan was to start the questions, comments, and concerns Thursday night, film that, and then film the bulk of the video on Friday. Now I can't do that. So actually I'm filming this part of the video first. Okay? Then I will actually attend the seller check-in tonight, which is actually Thursday night, and then afterwards I can talk about the seller check-in, if that makes any sense. At the same time, I'll read your comments, questions, and concerns. All right? I want to talk about some interesting occurrences I had this week with buyers doing the eBay dance and backpedaling after they made an offer, or after they made an offer and it was accepted, or after they outright purchased the item. I think you'll enjoy this. Example number 1. I sell locking brackets for wire wheels. All right? Here's an example of 2. They're nothing alike. There's so many different types, and you must purchase the right one for the right car. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm fastidious about the compatibility feature, the year and the model. I have everything you need to know in my listings. But there are some people that are mentally challenged and don't know how to read, or they try and use it for a purpose that it's not meant for. So the other night, a buyer writes to me through the eBay contact system and says, What is your lowest price if I buy 2 of these? Will you accept $50 for 2 of them? Now, that made me worry immensely because I have best offer on all my listings. And if he was a serious buyer, he could have easily offered me $25 each, but he didn't. He circumvented that and went right to contacting me through eBay messages. So I wrote back to him and said, I'm going to answer your question with a question. You could easily have clicked the make an offer button and offered me $25 each, but instead you chose to contact me through eBay messages. I want to know why you did that before we go any further. He wrote back to me and said, well, I want to be sure they're going to fit my car before I buy them. And I wrote back and said, that makes no sense whatsoever. You didn't ask me any compatibility questions when you contacted me. All you asked me was how low would I go and could you have 2 for $50? He then wrote back to me and said, never mind. They're not the right ones for my car anyway. Now that is not a big deal because there was no actual deal inked. But let me tell you about the next one. I had a set, or still have a set, of hard-to-get hubs listed that are worth money. I know if I wait, I'll get the right money. But a guy wrote and offered me, I believe it was $160. He sent me a legit best offer for $160. I didn't feel that was enough. However, I felt it was enough that he deserved a counter offer. So I sent him a counter offer, I believe, of $190. At this point, he should do one of 2 things. Either A, accept the offer and pay, or B, either send me another counter offer or decline the offer. Either one works for me. So what does he do? None of the above. He sends me a message to the contact system and starts right in with the dancing. And he says, measure both the outside diameter and the inside diameter and tell me the measurements so I can know if these are correct for my vehicle. And I wrote back and said, I'm not measuring anything. I said, you sent me a best offer. After sending the best offer, you now want measurements? I said, that's not the way it's done on eBay. You have to ask questions first to be sure the item is correct for your car. I was shocked. I did 2 things at that moment. Number 1 was I blocked him. I don't want to do business with this person. They're very shady and they're suspect. Number 2, I went through the rare and unprecedented move of retracting a best offer. I had never retracted a best offer before, but it can be done. If any of you guys don't know how to do it and think that I should make a special tutorial about that within the next few days, let me know and I'll try and get to that. So he then wrote back to me again with his snarky response and said, forget it. I don't like these anyway. I'm going to look for another style from somebody else. And I wrote back to him and I said, I think that's the best thing to do. I said, in fact, if you're unable to find it from somebody else, please write back to me and I will look for you on my own and I will send you the link to another eBay seller because you're not getting these. I've never heard back from him. Let me have a drink of nice warm coffee on this cold day. Another problem I've been experiencing with best offers, and I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but it's getting worse, is people who instead of increasing their offer as we go along, decrease their offer. Happened twice this week. I have a set of new all stock hubs that I know are worth money. I have them listed for top dollar, but I'll be more than happy to dicker if I get a legitimate offer. So a person writes to me, they don't write to me, they sent me a best offer that was too low. Let's just say, for argument's sake, $210. I rejected the offer. A couple of days later, he sends me a second offer of $200. He just went down 10. That to me is somebody being a wise guy. When anybody sends me a second offer, which is lower than their first offer, I decline and block. I honestly don't know why anyone would do such a stupid move. It's just plain stupid. And I had it happen twice this week. One of them even wrote back to me last night with the famous, "What is the least you'll take for these?" And I was very candid with him. I said, "You're not a serious buyer." I said, "There's nothing wrong with starting out with a lowball offer, hoping to get a deal." I said, "I understand that totally. But on your second offer, the idea is to go up, not down. You will not be getting these items." And for the life of me, I cannot understand why anybody would do that. It just doesn't make any sense. eBay made an announcement recently saying they are changing the way they report our view counts on our items. In the past, let's say you had an item listed for 3 weeks. When you clicked on the item, on the top, you would see the view count. Let's just say it was 150. However, unbeknownst to most of us, a lot of those views were from bots, not from actual eBay buyers who were checking out our product. eBay has decided to stop counting the bots in our view count. And I think that was a good idea. But a lot of eBay sellers are frantic now because the view counts are a lot less. All right? And I mean a lot less than what I'm used to. For instance, I listed an item a week or two ago that is a super hot, in-demand item. I don't know if it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago I listed it. I checked the view count last night. The view count was at 19. 19! That's ridiculous. It should be way higher than that. Now it's possible that I'm saying that because I'm so used to seeing view counts from bots on my listings. Maybe that's the case, but I still feel that's unnaturally low. I've seen a lot of people complaining on Facebook that their sales are slower this week, and they feel that eBay not reporting the view counts from the bots is hurting them. But I don't see how that could be the case. That doesn't seem to make any sense in my opinion. I've had very good sales this week for the most part. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, very busy. For some reason, sales came to a big stop Thursday. I don't know why. All right? Thursday morning, I had 2 best offers waiting for me. One I accepted, one I didn't. Okay? That was Thursday morning, let's say 8 a.m. Nothing. And nothing during the day at all after that, which is unprecedented. Unfreaking precedented. Nothing. Zero. Ugats. Dick. Bupkis. Nada. I think you get my point. So yeah, there's that. Returns. Several returns this week, about 5. 4 legit. 1 is a scammer. And I'm going to say it out there. He selected as the reason wrong item sent. He bought an alloy wheel center cap from me. And he bought the wrong size. Not only do I list the part number, the size, I even put a picture of the rim itself that the cap fits. And this joker has the temerity to say I sent him the wrong size, so I have to pay the shipping back. And he sends me pictures of the cap that I sent him next to the cap that he has on his vehicle. which of course has a totally different backing, sends me a picture of his wheel, which is totally different than the wheel in my listing, and sends me a picture of his bare feet. Now, on the third item that I just mentioned, the bare feet, let me clarify that. What he did was he took a picture of the two caps on the ground. And of course, his feet got in the picture. I don't know why people either don't have photography skills or they just want to show off their feet. But it's not the first time this has happened to me. So yeah, there's that. Sales more or less were good this week. As I said, no complaints except for something on Thursday. Bang, I hit the wall there and came to a dead stop. One interesting tidbit I'll share with you before I let you go is that I saw an interesting story somebody had written on one of the Facebook groups. It's about a consignment seller. A seller who basically has a little eBay business going where she sells for other people. People bring her their stuff and she charges a commission, or a percentage rather. I don't know what it is, but let's just say it's, for argument's sake, 50%. And she was doing quite well. And I'd like to tell you guys that there are times when I'm going into either the post office or UPS with a big stack of boxes, all with the eBay tape on them. And more than once I've been stopped by civilians. And they'll say something like, "Oh, I see you have a lot of eBay items you're sending out. Do you do good selling on eBay?" I'll say, "Yes, I do very well." And then they'll say something like, "I have several items I'd like to sell on eBay. Would you sell them for me? If you would, I'll split the profit with you." And I have always declined because I have so many thousands of my own items that I can list and get 100% of the profit. I just don't have time to list other people's stuff, even though they're willing to pay me for my services. I always try and get the people to list it themselves. I say, list it yourself. It's not hard to do. And they always say, "Oh, no, I ain't doing it. I'm not good with computers. I don't want the hassle. I don't want to deal with returns." So I just thought that I would be remiss if I didn't tell you guys about this. I think it's interesting. And I'm willing to bet that you guys have been approached in front of the post office more than once by people asking you if you would list their items for them. But I'm going to end this video now, and I'll edit everything together, and hopefully everything will work out. But please remember, guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday night, I put out a video to help you guys stay successful as eBay sellers. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comments section what you want me to hit up, and I'll be more than happy to try and do it next week. Guys, I hope you attended the eBay seller check-in. If you didn't, hopefully you'll attend the next one. Go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace!